Today marks 1197 days as I learn and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and will empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today, I speak about enduring pain. I think this is such a powerful thing. I think that the most beautiful things in life is coming through even us. I think that moms are an amazing thing because they endure 9 months of caring and then, of course, enduring the pain to bring that miracle. Or everyone could call it differently, but really bringing joy is through that pain. So today I want to speak about really what do we need to endure to really achieve the biggest and most important things in life? How to develop the character, how to develop ourselves to bring the most important things in our lives because we need to endure. We need to go through pain to really get the thing that matters. And if you do not get pain, if you do not go through some kind of suffering, I think that sometimes we'll not be able to really get the things that we really need to really achieve that success that we're looking for. Because nothing happens in a company. That story and diamonds are achieved and created by massive, massive pressure. Probably you know that diamonds are created massive pressure. I think that that's how we people are created as well. When we get that pressure, when we get that pain, when we get that suffering, we're able to release the most important thing that could allow us to become the person that really allows us to be the person that we need to be. So they will share like eight things that I think that is very, very important that really allows to really birth of something. So number one is overcoming failure. And I think that that's overcoming failure is the birth resilience. That means that if you never had resistance, resilience, that means what you need to do. You need to go explore more and try something that you never did before. And go after big goals because pursuing that and failing, that might be that there will be a massive pain, massive struggle, massive disappointment. And that's all fine because you're able to choose. There's a birth of resilience. That is the place where you're able to go through pain to get that resilience that you need. Because I think that one beautiful part is that when you think about vision, that for sure will be required resilience. That's no questions asked. So it means if you really want to hear like how I need to become that kind of person, I need to become the person who is resilient, that is able to grow towards that vision. So that means we're able to pursue anything at the beginning. If you do know direction, just go any kind of direction and fail and develop that resilience. Number two, pushing through exercise. And what is the birth? The birth of strength is pushing through exercise. And I love this saying that the most energy, the most strength is when you actually fail. So that means if you're able to do 10 push-ups and you are failing at 11, you do 11. Don't finish at 10 because that will allow you to build that strength. I think it's very, very important to understand, like, if you lacking energy, you need to give energy. If you're lacking strength, you need to give strength. You need to use strength. Because without using strength, you will never get stronger. So physical activity is very, very important to really give that yourself strength. Become stronger. Use it. As everything in life. If you want to create and birth for creativity, you need to use that creativity. And pushing through the boundaries you never did before because sometimes you need to push and push and push until something really happens. Number three, and this is very important, leaving a toxic relationship. This is the birth of self worth. I think that a lot of times we as people stay in a relation that is not adding value to us, or maybe is toxic to us. And that's a lot of times it's not about that other person is toxic. The dynamics of that relation is toxic. The way how you communicate, there's mismatch. And that mismatch is toxic. So we're not supposed to really blame other person for the faults of that relationship. We need to understand that the dynamics could be wrong as well. And when we see that, it might be that other person is told disrespectful. And it might be that this other person is toxic. And when you're able to leave that kind of relationship, you say that, okay, I'm worthy of having a better relationship. I'm worthy of having a relationship that really adds value. I'm worthy. So the birth of self-worth is being able to say like no to this relationship, no to this nonsense. No to the people that is not adding value and even taking away from my life. Number four is starting a business. Starting a business is a birth of independence. You stop looking for stability, stop looking for a trade, like a salary. Start looking for something that really allows you to really go and pursue the things that you actually want to pursue because you're able to. It's independence. Now, independence, interdependence is that you are a business owner, but you're able to choose a team and you have a team around you. You don't need to be alone to be a business owner, but it gives you opportunity to make decisions based on your desires, not someone else. No one will say like when you need to show up. You are able to show up whenever you want to do. Yeah, of course, it is easier and harder at the same time. It's easier because you're able to choose, but it's harder because you have to choose rather than really allowing another person to choose for you. Because it might be that some people just want to really take orders and do the orders, and that's it. That's totally fine. That's why we have so many different things, the different career paths. But if you want independence, I think that's one of the best ways to do is pursuing a business. And that could give you so many options. Because for me, I'm better struggle in a business than really working 9 to 5. And that's just my perspective. And other people probably have totally different perspective, and that's totally fine. Number five is studying for a typical exam. And that is a birth of wisdom, birth of knowledge, birth of knowledge. So studying for exam is a birth of knowledge. Not because, of course, that's potentially not will lead to wisdom, because really going and taking action, that's the birth of wisdom. And reflection is birth of wisdom. But really preparing for exam is birth of knowledge. So where we get knowledge, we study, we prepare, we really learn and educate ourselves. Because it's very, very important to educate ourselves. I think that this is one of the key aspects of life is constantly looking for ways to get better, improve, and really making sure that able to better a new version of us. Number six is breaking an addiction. And this is a beautiful thing, breaking that addiction. Breaking addiction could be a lot of things. Eating too much sugar is an addiction as well. And sometimes even you have a withdrawal. I love sugar products, and I decided to not to do sugars at all for 2 weeks. And after a couple of days, I felt that like I was moody a little bit because I used to take sugars every single day, and then now you stop it. Like that was almost an addiction. And I think that every single person has small things that we do not see as addictions, but potentially they are not healthy for you. And I think being able to really remove them, and I think that is a birth of freedom because now you're able to choose to do what you want to do and when you want to do, not because you need to do it, because your body requires to do so. Number seven is speaking in public. It is a birth of confidence, birth of communication and confidence, a confidence that leads to really better results. I truly believe that one of the most important skills to develop is communication, public speaking, because it doesn't matter what kind of skill set you have. When you have a competence, communication skills, public speaking skills, you can really get tenfold on the same skill. Tenfold on the same skill. So why not invest on communication, public speaking, if you know that you're able to get 10 times more when you're able to communicate what you know? It's very powerful. And again, birth of confidence is public speaking and speaking to people. The last thing that I want to mention is facing personal trauma. It is a birth of healing. I think that sometimes it's very hard to believe to face your problems, face your disappointments, face your failures. And I know that we have a tendency to hide it inside of us because we don't want to reflect on them, we don't want to think about it because it's painful. And that's what like we need to sometimes ask, okay, like, what is one thing that is what kind of problem do I have? And what kind of impact or what kind of emotion do I feel do I have when I think about that problem? Because so many times I think that we keep that problem alive, try going, throwing it and fixing them because we hide them. We don't want to experience that pain, that discomfort. I think that is very, very important to really fix that. I have seen myself as well as small things that I really cover up. And after a while, I still need to think about it again to heal it because At some point, you will need to deal with it. So why not now? Why not now? That's a good question that I learned from Jim Rohn, and probably he's the best lesson I had. Why not now? Why not now? This is the best time to really do the thing that you want. And I think that's one of the things that I really love about personal growth and really rebirth and birth and evolving, transforming, is sometimes that we need to feel that we need to die inside. Leave those identities, beliefs that's not serving us. Just leave them alone. Let them go and really rebirth into new identity. But that comes through pain, discomfort. And I think that's a beautiful thing to be able to really go through that discomfort, get that miracle happen, that you look into the mirror and say, I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I pursued it. I'm happy that I went through this setback, this disappointment, adversity, that I could develop the character that I feel proud of myself. So I hope that you reflect as well what kind of birth you would love to see in your life. You want confidence, you want freedom, you want something else that you admire, kindness, gratefulness. What you able to do, what kind of things you're able to go through to get what you need. I think that is a beautiful thing that we're able to understand that when you go through things, you will get something. Exactly like even cold shower. I think that's a beautiful thing. You go through pain, but there's so many benefits out of it. And I think that we're able to ask, okay, what kind of uncomfortable thing I could do today that could make me better and make me stronger. Even going to a street and saying hello to a stranger is a painful thing, fear of rejection. But again, that builds a massive confidence and confidence regarding communication and building networking around yourself. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.